All right, we are ready to go. One more time, I'm Michael Georgiopoulos, Dean of Engineering Computer Science. Welcome to UCF and the College of Engineering Computer Science. We have planned a very aggressive program for you that involves an overview from the college, industry panel presentation coming after our overview presentation and the student panel presentation. Then you go to lunch. And in the afternoon, we have a 3-hour slot between 1:30 and 4:30, where you have a choice of going and attending some of the department presentations of the 6 departments that we have under the umbrella of Engineering Computer Science, or going to the exhibit hall to talk to some of our students, student clubs, and college initiatives that we have under the College of Engineering Computer Science. So let me start with a little bit of the outline. So we are going to talk about the teaching enterprise in the College of Engineering Computer Science. Then we are going to emphasize some of the pockets of excellence that I call them that we have in the College of Engineering Computer Science. And these pockets of excellence are certain initiatives that are happening in the College of Engineering Computer Science. They have a presence in the exhibit hall later on in the afternoon, so I might not be covering them in excruciating detail, but you'll have the chance to talk to some of the students as well as other staff members about what they do in each one of these particular programs. Then we will talk about the strengths of the College of Engineering Computer Science, and then we'll wrap it up by going back to the basics, where we talk about some of the things that we do to ensure student success of all the students that are matriculating in our institution, and obviously the College of Engineering Computer Science. So one of the things that I want you to keep in mind through this presentation, it's very succinct, very quick, is why. Why would you choose UCF? Why would you choose the College of Engineering Computer Science as the college of choice in your college years? So let's talk about CCS in very succinct terms. We are a very large college in a very large institution. We have 6 departments: Department of Civil Engineering and Environmental and Construction. We have Department of Computer Science and IT, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Industrial Engineering and Management Systems, Mechanical, Aerospace, and Material Science and Engineering. Some quick facts for you: 11,000 plus undergraduates, 2,000 plus graduate students, 47,000 alumni, of which 35,000 are undergraduates, 10,000 are master students, and 2,000 are Ph.D. alumni. Why does it matter? If you were to come to UCF and graduate from UCF, wherever you go after you graduate, I'm sure there is going to be a few of your other alumni that are willing to help and in your professional career. So let's talk a little bit about the vision of the College of Engineering Computer Science. It's two-faceted. One is we want to be the top producer of engineering and computer science talent. And the second one is we want to advance the state of the art in our disciplines. So how do we do the first part of the vision that might be of primary interest to you? Well, we offer quality education in the classroom setting, but we also offer quality education outside the classroom setting by connecting with some of our stakeholders, as you will see. These are the 5 goals of the strategic plan of the College of Engineering and Computer Science that we put together a few years back. The goal that I am going to stress here is the goal of being a technology partner leader amongst the College of Engineering and Computer Science around the nation. And the reason that this is important is because we believe that together with our stakeholders, industry and government stakeholders, we can make a difference. So today you are going to hear from a few of them: Disney, L3Harris, Mitsubishi, Northrop Grumman, and Siemens Energy are going to be on the industry panel to talk to you about why you should come to UCF and how they would interact with you if you were to come to UCF, opportunities that they offer for our students that are matriculating through our institution and college. So let's talk a little bit about the teaching enterprise that I mentioned to you. A lot of numbers here. Let me concentrate on a few things. One is the diversity of our student population, and the other one is the honors college. So the diversity of our student population, as you can see, we are a very diverse institution. 43% minorities in our undergraduate student population, 21% women. In the graduate student population, we have 39% minorities and 25% women. Let's talk about the honors college. Honors College is one of the best honors colleges in the nation. They accept around 500 students every year. And at every point in time, when you walk on campus, there is going to be 2,000, 2,500 honors students that are walking on campus with you. Now, what's the important thing to mention to you here? 1,000 of these 2,000 students are College of Engineering and Computer Science students. Out of the honor students, the College of Engineering and Computer Science has around 40 or 45% in their mix. Some of them are National Merit Scholars. These are the ones that we accepted in 2022. Multiply this by 4, you get how many National Merit Scholars the College of Engineering and Computer Science has in the Honors College. Some of them are Provost Scholars. These are as good as the National Merit Scholars. They did not do all the things that they needed to do when they were in high school, but they are as good in terms of academic achievements when they walk through our doors. 87 of them in fall 2022, multiply by 4. This is how many Provost Scholars are College of Engineering and Computer Science students in the Honors College. What else? The Honors College is top 10 public in the number of National Merit Scholars that they enroll every year. Let's talk a little bit about degree productivity. Lots of numbers here. Let me point out some quick things. So you consider all the engineering and computer science colleges around the nation, 300 plus of them. How do we stack up? Remember, our vision is to be a top producer of engineering and computer science talent. This is how we stack up. Number 10 in the nation in the number of degrees that we produce. Number 10. Number 2 in the nation in the number of minority degrees that we produce. Number 23 in the nation in the number of women degrees that we produce. Number 2 in the number of aerospace degrees that we produce. Number 3 in the number of mechanical degrees that we produce. Number 3 in the computer science degrees that we produce. We are the #1 workforce for the aerospace and defense industry nationwide, 6 years in a row. There is no other institution that has been able to do that 6 years in a row. What do our graduates do? Well, we poll them 6 months after they graduate, and we ask them, are you employed? These are the numbers that we get. Close to 90% of our undergraduates say yes, they have been employed in their discipline. More than 90% master's students, more than 92% Ph.D. students. So in essence, they do find jobs after they graduate from UCF. Of course, some of them go to graduate school as well. This does not include those who have chosen to go to graduate school. So let's talk about pockets of excellence. So a few years back, 2006, industry came to us and says, we like your students. They are competent, technically competent. They can do the job that we want them to do. But we want them to have other skills, what we call them soft skills. The ability to communicate their ideas, their thoughts to a variety of audiences. The ability to work in teams that come from multiple disciplines. The ability to think strategically and become leaders in their field. So we created this Engineering Leadership and Innovation Institute that has a number of activities that we engage the students with so that they can develop these skills. I'm not going to talk about all of the activities. There's going to be a booth in the exhibit hall of students who are part of ELI 2 that are going to talk to you about the things that they do as part of this particular organization. These are the spaces where our students spend time so that they can develop these soft skills that we are talking about. This is where I refer to as the exhibit hall. You're going to go in the afternoon and see some of the student clubs and some other of our faculty and talk to you about the work that they do. And this is another look at the exhibit hall that you're going to go to. One of the things that we do under the umbrella of ELI 2 is we bring in some of our leaders. Some of them are alumni, some of them are not. And we ask them to talk to our students about their achievements, professional achievements, and how do they balance professional life and personal life. So these are examples of leaders that we have brought in under the umbrella of ELI 2 to talk to our students. Let's talk a little bit about the Excel program. This is a program that we started again a long time ago, 2006. It was supported initially by the National Science Foundation, and its primary focus was to bring in a good number of students every year, freshman students, through this particular program and help them transition from high school to the college years. And the type of students that we are bringing in through the Excel program is students that are enrolled in as freshmen in our institution, and their Math SAT scores is in the second and third quartile of Math SAT scores of enrolled students at UCF. So in essence, we are changing their lives because we are helping them transition smoothly from their high school years to the college years. We have impacted 5,000 students since 2006. We have increased STEM graduation by 50%. That's very impressive. Melissa Dagley, who is the director of this particular program, is going to be in one of the booths in the exhibit hall, and she's going to talk to you about the Excel program and what she does. The UCF programming team, lots of information here. They have been around for 30 years. It's a team of students that participates in a lot of programming competitions at the regional level, national level, or the world finals. To give you an idea what it takes to make the world finals of programming, 20,000 teams around the globe compete for a spot in the world finals. 100 teams make it. UCF has made it 11 years in a row. You're going to talk to the UCF programming team later on in the exhibit hall. Actually, they are training today in the L3 Harris engineering building, but a few of them will go over to the exhibit hall to talk to you if you have any questions. What else? The cyber team. So a few years back, 10 years ago, a group of students under a particular advisor created what they call a Hack at UCF Club to work on areas. Their area of interest was cybersecurity. Now they are 300 students strong. Out of this student group, we have a team that we call the Collegiate Cyber Competition Team. We call it C3 team. They participate in all kinds of competitions around the nation. One of the most prestigious one is the National Collegiate Cyber Defense Competition. They have been there 9 out of the 10 times. They won it 5 times. They came number 2, 3 times. No other team in the US has done as well as the UCF team. All right, Limitless Solutions. 3 students, mechanical and aerospace engineering students, a few years back created this organization, a non-profit organization. Their primary focus was to create bionic arms for little children with missing limbs. You can check their website. What they do right now is they are part of UCF. They have created a laboratory of around 5,000 square feet, and they entertain students, of course, some of them from the College of Engineering and Computers, to come and join them in the mission that they have. They are going to be there, and they are going to talk to you about what they have done throughout the years and what their vision is moving forward. We are a very high research activity institution. The College of Engineering and Computer Science brings in around $50 million of research awards every year. And why is this important for you? It is important because some of your students might want to take the opportunity to become a research assistant for one of our professors in the College of Engineering and Computer Science, because they have an interest. They want to think about whether going to graduate school is something that they want to do upon graduation from UCF. One of the programs that we have that we are very proud about is a program under the umbrella of the Center for Research in Computer Vision. We have one of the best computer vision groups in the nation, number 10 in the US. And the professors there organize what they call a National Science Foundation research experience for undergraduate program. They bring in 10 students every year to get a better understanding of what they do in computer vision, the research. And these students eventually, after they finish their summer experience with the computer vision group, they make an educated decision whether they want to go to graduate school in the computer vision area or not. This is the only program in the entire nation that has been going on for 35 years in a row. 35 years in a row. We talked about partnerships. This is a very non-exhaustive list of some of the partners that we have in the College of Engineering and Computer Science and UCF. I want to point out one of them. Lockheed Martin Corporation has been around for many, many years. Now, what do? They do a lot of things with the College of Engineering and Computer Science and also with other colleges as well. But in particular, they started a program that they called the College Work Experiences Program that employs year-round, before COVID, around 500 interns, of which around 70% are College of Engineering and Computer Science students. Well, when these interns spend time with Lockheed Martin for maybe 2 or 3 years, not only they learn a lot of things, but when they graduate, they have a very good chance of becoming future employees of Lockheed Martin Corporation. Again, this program for 40 years in a row, 500 interns every year, year-round, a good number of them coming from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. CCS strengths, that's a very busy graph, right? So, but people ask me sometimes, what are you good at? These are some of the things that we are good at, and very, very, very good. So what happened a year and a half ago, and now we are in the mode of hiring a lot of faculty in the College of Engineering and Computer Science, around 60, 70 faculty over the next 2 or 3 years. The provost and the president went to faculty and said, where do you want us to invest? What are the areas that you want us to invest in faculty resources? So the faculty submitted proposals. Eventually, they funded some of these areas. We're participating in all of the areas that the president and the provost funded in our institution. And I'm going to mention some of them so you can get a better sense of how strong we are in some areas and that we are going to become stronger over the next 2 or 3 years. Semiconductors is one of them. AI, you would expect that, right? Cybersecurity, smart cities, energy, space and hypersonics, digital twin, and infectious diseases. Actually, we have one of our best professors in the College of Engineering and Computer Science, Carolina Cruz-Neira, with her students that are going to talk to you later on today in the exhibit hall about the research that she does and how it connects with this idea of digital twin. So I'm going to wrap it up by going back to the basics and say, what do we do for the students that are coming to UCF and the College of Engineering and Computer Science? So obviously, we have a very strong advising team, both at the Academic Affairs Office as well as the corresponding departments that help the students choose appropriately their schedule. We have a lot of instructional support programs. 2 of them that I'm listing here is SARC and UTA ULA. There we bring in undergraduate students who have done well in their classes to help other students that they are taking the course under a particular instructor. And of course, we have a class that we call Intro to Engineering. It's a 1 credit hour class that engineering students are taking in their first 2 semesters of their freshman year. We give them a better idea what engineering is all about and their particular discipline so they can make a decision of which discipline, if they don't know, they want to pursue out of the engineering disciplines. So we are going to have a booth for the Intro to Engineering in the exhibit hall. Go and talk to Jackie Sullivan. She's the instructor of this course. She will give you a better idea of what she does in that particular course. And this is my last slide. I've been talking for 15 minutes. So it's time for you to ask me questions or have any comments that you want to make. We'll give it another 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up and give you some logistics related to how the rest of the day will go. Melissa, yes? Oh, OK. OK, any questions? By the way, if you have a question, please stand up and talk loudly. I'll repeat the question so that all of you will get to hear it. And hopefully, I can give you an answer. Please, go ahead.
Companies in A&D are looking for students that not only come with a strong curriculum degree, but also have like outside of class applied experience from engineering. You talked about a couple examples. Can you sort of say, like, how are you encouraging students to do outside of class work experiences?
Yeah. So the question was, how do we encourage students to do outside of classroom activities? Definitely some of it is happening because companies come to us and they say we have these opportunities for students. Some of them are internship opportunities, some of them are research opportunities, and so forth. Some of it is happening because it is organic. In the Intro to Engineering class, we have all the clubs that show up there and say, this is who we are, this is what we do, come and join us. The cyber club that I mentioned to you, the Hack at UCF, was created from 5 students. Now they are 300 strong. Right? And their successes kind of motivate people to go check it. So these are some of the examples that I can think of. And obviously, again, as I said, a good amount of what is happening out of classroom experience is organic, but we also motivate and encourage our students to take advantage of these opportunities. There are some other grants that we have from the National Science Foundation. They are called scholarship STEM grants that exactly do that. They help the students get involved in other activities outside the classroom. And some of them are research, some of them are internship activities, some of them are entrepreneurship activities. We have a class that we hold every fall semester. It's called the entrepreneurship class. And we also have another class in the spring semester that's called entrepreneurship for defense. So what we do there is we bring groups of students, three in a particular team, and they talk to some of our entrepreneurs that help them understand of how to solve problems that are kind of outside the box. They don't have a single solution. So, any other question?
Sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. Earlier you showed us data, and thank you for your presentation. We'll give you a strong clap.
Okay.
So with regards to the parents and the students, is the slide deck available to us since we have this courtesy entry here?
Yes, the slide will become available. As you probably noticed, we are recording it. So this will become available on our website in a couple of weeks.
Okay, then with regards to the data you gave, how the successful placement into industries, does that include this pandemic that we passed through? What's the range of years for that data and how you all have mitigated that matter? And then a word on infectious diseases after that.
Right.
That's groundbreaking, of course.
Right. So the question is, how did COVID affect the employment of students and maybe the opportunities that the students were getting from industry? And then...
does that range include that or not?
Yeah. So the data that you saw about employability was data for 18-19. The employability has dropped somewhat during the COVID years, and it's picking up again. Let me give you the example that I mentioned to you, the College Work Experiences program by Lockheed Martin. Before COVID, 500 students. During COVID, 200. Where are we right now? 300 plus. We are inching up there. So definitely there has been some impact in terms of what the industry was able to do and not do during the COVID years. So, and your question about infectious diseases?
Yes, is that developing? You mentioned
yes.
It's groundbreaking here. We know in industry
right.
it is, but what is the opportunities?
Yeah, so the way these initiatives came about, as I mentioned, the provost and the president asked the faculty to submit ideas of where they want them to invest. So some faculty from the College of Medicine, as well as the Material Science and Engineering, submitted a proposal about infectious diseases. And that's where it came about. So there is a group of faculty that consists of College of Medicine faculty, College of Engineering and Computer Science faculty that are spearheading this activity. The plan is to bring in around 15 faculty that have a particular focus in that particular area over the next 2 or 3 years. So, any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
What percentage of students actually get to do those internships and work with professors? Actually want to?
Yes. So I'll mention a statistic, and then please send me an email, and I'll correct it if it is wrong. There is something that we do an exit survey of our students when they graduate from UCF, and I think around 90% of them complete this survey. I think a significant portion, I would say maybe around 70% of our students get involved in internship experiences, a smaller number in research experiences before they graduate from UCF. Again, I did not mention it extensively. You know that we are a metropolitan institution. The value that we bring to our students is well and beyond of what our faculty can do and what our students can do. And the value that we bring in is the relationships that we have with the industry and the fact that a lot of them are in our close proximity, so students can take classes and do the internship experience at the same time. Sure. Any other questions? Okay, yeah, please go ahead.
In the slideshow, it mentioned that you guys have a class about AI and big data. What is the class like? Is it more conceptual, learning the impact of AI, or is it learning about how to do AI?
We have an AI class that is more theoretically bound. So it talks about the theory of AI, and actually you have a machine learning class that talks about related concepts. In addition to that, though, we have a lot of classes that talk about applications of AI. In smart city as an example, in computer vision as another example. By the way, we have started a number of master's programs that are very unique. We have a master's program in computer vision that is the only master's program in computer vision in the nation amongst public institutions. We have a master's in cybersecurity and a lot of other areas as well. So, but in terms of curriculum, we have a number of classes in AI, machine learning that are more theoretically bound, and we have a number of application classes. By the way, the AI initiative is planning to hire between 20 and 30 AI faculty that span multiple colleges over the next 2 or 3 years. So if you see who we are right now, 2 or 3 years down the road, we are going to be a lot better in some of the areas that I mentioned to you. And of course, opportunities for students to do all kinds of cool work. So. Any other questions? All right. Can you put the other presentation up? There are a couple of other slides that I want to go through, if you don't mind. Okay. These are some of the things that I want to emphasize. One is that, as I mentioned, there is a 3-hour slot in the afternoon where you have gotten your schedule where to go and when. It's important that you follow the schedule very faithfully because the room has a certain capacity. We do not want to exceed it. So please follow your schedule as it has been communicated to you. That's important. Then, as I mentioned, we are going to have industry panels and student panels coming after the college overview presentation. So And after that, it's lunch on your own. So at 12:15, you're going to go left or you're going to go right, and you're going to get your lunch. And then you come back. Please be as prompt as you can, around 1:30 or a little bit earlier for one of the rooms that you have been designated to attend the department presentation. And I believe that your schedule is flexible enough to include whatever department presentations you are interested in, but also to give you time to go to the exhibit hall and see the 20+ clubs, college presenters that we have put in place for you. There are booths outside the L3 Harris Engineering Center that can answer all the questions that you have about the department presentations. Again, they are very succinct, not a lot of time to ask questions during the department presentation, but there are department representatives in their respective booths to answer any of your questions. By the way, there is on your schedule that you took as you were walking through the room, there is a barcode, QR code that you can use so you can give us some feedback of what you thought about the day that we have planned for you today. This is important for us to find out what really went well, what could we have done better, so that in future occasions of organizing similar events, we are going to do a much better job. So please fill out the survey at the end of the day. There is also an email address that I want you to remember, very easy, ccs_openhouse@ucf.edu. That's the address that we expect that you send emails to us, questions, comments, anything you want answers for that you did not have the chance to ask it today, or you forgot to ask it today, or you thought about it after you left our event. So this is my last slide. Now we can switch to the other slides. And as I mentioned, we have the industry panels and the student panels that are coming up over the next 2-hour slot. And then please don't forget the afternoon session that involves departmental presentations as well as the exhibit hall in one of our buildings. So.